Okay, welcome to part 2 of my happy birthday to the Nintendo Corporation tribute video, where we've seen in the first one, I did a playthrough of Donkey Kong, we've seen some Mario Brothers, we've seen some Super Mario Brothers 2, the Japanese version. The last level is Super Mario Brothers 2, the American version. The last level is Super Mario Brothers 3, and then now we're going to be seeing Super Mario World's final level. And in Super Mario 64's final level, now in this game, it's pretty easy. Now, in Super Mario World, I always pick doors 2 and 8. Oh. Wrong button. See, I'm used to the other games where you use B and A instead of Y and B. I think this is probably the easiest to beat of all the Mario games. Probably because early in the game you can skip right to the last level once you get to like World 2 to play the Star Worlds. This is the only level in the whole game that you see the ninjas in. The ninjas were from Super Mario Brothers 2. There's Bowser once again. I hit him a total of 6 times. This is the only part that's really annoying, is you get all these flames. Kind of hard to know where they're going to land. It does something a little different each time. Since I hit him the first 2 times, now he's going to drop these big cannonball looking things. Or bowling balls, whatever you want to call them. He's going to shoot out his 2 Mecha Koopas. I wish I would have had the AVs plugged into the TV instead of the VCR. It would have sounded much better. This game, the sound is in stereo. See, that always happens. And now this time he's going to do something a little different, like that. Oh, how did that happen? Are you kidding me? Die, fool. So anyways, as I was talking in the last game, I was kind of giving the history lesson of video games, consoles, kind of like the chronological thing. But so anyways, after the Super Nintendo, Sega created the Sega Game Gear handheld console to compete with Nintendo's popular Game Boy. But that didn't do too well because the Game Boy sold 118 million, the Sega Game Gear only sold 11 million. Then in 1995, the Sega Saturn came out, and a few months later, the Sony PlayStation came out. So now we had a new competitor. Sony was in there. Well, the Sega Saturn and the Sony PlayStation were only 32-bit consoles. A year later, Nintendo came out with the Nintendo 64, which was a 64-bit console. And then in 1998, I believe, or 1999, Sega released the Dreamcast, which was the first 132-bit video gaming console. But the PS2 was just about to release, and that had DVD capabilities. So, although the Sega Dreamcast was advanced for its time, PlayStation came out and was just a step better in every detail. Nintendo released their Game Boy Advanced in 2001, and also their Nintendo GameCube. Microsoft released the Xbox. There's Shigeru Miyamoto's name and Hiroshi Yamauchi. Two popular names to Nintendo fans. But anyway, once Sony and Microsoft entered the video gaming market, Sega decided to call it quits. Altogether, Sega sold 87.4 million video gaming consoles. So after that, Sony kept moving on, Microsoft kept moving on. Microsoft only had there was the Xbox, there was the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One, but Sony's really been pumping out a lot of consoles, the PS2, PS3, PS4, they had the PSP, PS Vita. Nintendo kept coming out with consoles. They came out with the Nintendo DS, there was they also had the Game Boy Color, which I don't have that marked down on my list of gaming consoles, but yeah, the DS, and there was the Wii, there was the DS3, there was the Wii U. Altogether, Sega sold 87.4 million consoles, which I already mentioned. Sony sold 389 million consoles. Microsoft sold 110 million. Nintendo sold 667.6 million consoles. That's more than Sega, Sony, and Microsoft combined. Okay, so that was Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo. Now we're going to see Super Mario 64, which is going to require me to shut off my Wii, disconnect the controls, hook up my Nintendo 64. But it's not going to be too hard. All I have to do is unplug the AV cables from one, plug in the other ones. Yeah, I wish I had like the ability to just switch. Okay, I'm almost plugging the wrong cords. Now there were a lot more games than like Mario games than just the ones we've seen on my channel, but unfortunately I haven't played them. Super Mario 64 is like the most advanced Mario game
It's me, Mario!
that I've ever played, except for, well,
Hello!
Mario Kart 64 I guess came out a little after this one, but see, in this game you go around collecting power stars, which, if you want to see all that, you can go to my, check out my videos of Super Mario 64, but once you get up to 70 stars, you can go to Bowser's Castle, or Bowser's final level, since I'm continuing. Oh, wait a minute. What am I thinking? See, this was kind of unique, a 3D perspective. I actually did not like this game when I first played it. I just didn't... You know, it's hard getting used to the idea of Mario in a 3D environment when you're so used to a side-scrolling platformer. But I don't know, over time I got used to it and it turned out to be a pretty fun game. It took me like 9 years to beat this game. But every time I would play, I'd start at the beginning and would play up to... I remember for the longest time I was stuck at like 44 or 45 power stars, and then I just started getting more and more. Probably the hardest Bowser level out of all the games we've seen. The Super Mario Brothers 1, I mean the final stage of the first Super Mario game is actually really easy. The hardest part I have is getting there. See, it's World 8-2 and 8-3 that are so hard, but once you get to 8-4, which is the final level of Super Mario Brothers, the original, it's actually really simple. Well, I guess not necessarily really simple, but the one time that I beat it really simply. I ran right under Bowser when I got there. Whoa. What's cool about this game is you can change your camera angle too with the yellow buttons if necessary. All of these Bowser levels in this game are really fun. I actually think the second one's my favorite. See, here's where I'm going to change the camera angles. Oh, that was close. Yeah, Yeah, it ruins your day when you go through all that work getting to the top and then you fall and lose it all. You don't want to jump here, the wind will blow you backwards. Once you get to the steps, you can jump. Look how big Bowser got. He must have been on some serious steroids since the last game. Mario, you again. Well, that's just fine. I've been looking for something to fry with my fire breath. Your star power is useless against me. Your friends are all trapped within the walls, and you'll never see the princess again. Blah ha ha ha. Now, in this game, you just like to stand close to the bombs. Oh, I just died. That's messed up. This is something they could have fixed right here. We don't need to see him say the same thing every time. See, the first two hits are easy, but the third one is hard because this breaks apart and you have to throw him instead of just kind of bang him into the bomb. See, you just gotta rely on luck. See, the last two games took skill. The last three games. But this game, you just gotta swing him and hope he lands on a bomb. There we go. No, it can't be. You've really beaten me, Mario. I gave those troops power, but it's fading away. Arg, I can see peace returning to the world. I can't stay at it. It's not over yet. Come on, troops. Let's watch the ending together. Blah, ha, ha, ha. Bad guys always laugh a lot. At least bad guys have a better sense of humor than the good guys. I think it's funny when I get into debates with other video gaming fans who really don't know that much about video games, and especially like kids, these younger guys who are all into Xbox and Sony. They talk about how great theirs is, but Nintendo's like the Wayne Gretzky of video gaming consoles. I mean, it might be old and retired, but as a corporation, Nintendo, no one's ever going to catch them. Anytime someone tries to debate that with me, I use the numbers against them. I use statistics instead of just opinion. I mean, the only thing Sony's got going for them is the PS2 is the #1 selling video game console of all time with 155 million. That was discontinued when the PS3 came out. The Nintendo DS is catching up to it with 154 million.
Mario! The power of the stars is restored to the castle. And it's all thanks to you. Thank you, Mario. We have to do something special.
Here we go!
Listen, everybody. Let's bake a delicious cake. For Mario. Mario!
No, I didn't mention in Super Mario Bros. 2 when you can choose between the 4 different characters, Mario is the only one that doesn't have a special ability. Toad's the strongest, he can pick items up quicker than anybody. Luigi can jump the highest, and the princess can hover. But Mario had no special abilities, but I guess when you're the star, you don't need special abilities. But I think it's just a matter of time before the Nintendo DS catches up to the PS2, because I noticed like a year ago they were at 151 million, and last time I checked they're up to 154 million. The PS2 is at 155 million, and they're not producing those ever since the PS3 came out. My battery's only flashing and it's only 24 minutes.
Thank you so much about playing my game.
Okay, as I promised in the last video, I'm going to show a picture of my tattoos I got so far on my back. Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, and Super Mario Bros. 3. Actually, Super Mario 3 was my first, when I first started out with. And then I got Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest just, was it like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? I got it colored in. Next tattoo is going to be this scene here from Super Mario Bros. 2. So, that's the outline I plan on getting tomorrow. Eventually I'm going to have my whole back filled up, and as I keep going on with videos, I'll show updates of my tattoos every now and then. So, anyways, hope you enjoyed my tribute. Happy birthday to the Super Nintendo, or the Nintendo Corporation. September 23rd, 1889. So, see you in the next video. Not sure what it'll be yet.